Hey bro, I know it hurts right now. I know how it feels when someone who claimed to love you disappears so easily, checking their phone as if nothing matters. And you're left wondering. I know you replay every word they said, every smile, every promise they swore would last forever. And there you sit, thinking, was it all fake? But the truth is, most guys only realize later that she might feel fine now. She might be partying, posting, smiling with that fake shine on her face. But the one who's really doing the work is you. You feel, you grieve, you process the loss. And that's why you're healing. She isn't. She's just distracting herself. And the pain you feel now is the same pain she'll feel later, 10 times deeper, 10 times worse. And when it hits her, no one will be around to help. You see, women deal with breakups differently. At first, they feel on top of the world. They convince themselves they made the right choice, that the problem was you. They turn to friends, DMs, new distractions, and for a while it works. They go out, then they laugh. They post selfies with captions like shining and thriving. But the sparkle is superficial, temporary, a mask. Because unlike you, she's not facing the silence. She's not confronting the pain alone. And the truth is, healing doesn't start when the relationship ends. It starts when you sit alone in the dark and say, I will grow from this. And the man who grows becomes dangerous in the best way. Because she thought leaving you broke you, but really she set you free. She thought you'd move on quickly, that another man could give her the same depth, loyalty, and emotional security you gave. But what she forgot is this. Most men aren't like you. Most men don't listen like you do. Most men don't forgive like you do. Most men don't show up, even in pain. So she goes out hoping to find someone, and all she finds are disguised disappointments. They'll say the right things but vanish when it matters. They'll entertain her but never see her soul. And slowly, silently, she'll start comparing them to you. Because you are perfect simply by being real. And reality always unsettles those addicted to fantasy. At first, she won't admit it. Her pride won't allow it. She'll stay ahead, liking posts that show she knows her worth, dropping subtle quotes like shadows, acting like she doesn't care. But late at night, when the music stops and the room goes quiet, that's when it begins. Overthinking, regrets, scrolling through old messages, seeing the photos she said she deleted, remembering how safe she felt in your arms. Not because she suddenly loves you again, but because the reality of what she lost finally starts sinking in. And by that time, you're gone. Not physically, but emotionally. Detached, grown, a man who doesn't beg for closure, a man who finds peace in her absence. And that, my brother, is the version of you she never saw coming. Your silence will disturb her more than any words. Not messaging her, not reacting, not asking about her life. She feels it. Not at first, but eventually, because silence is deafening for a man who once cared so much. I've let go. I've reclaimed my power. I don't need you anymore, and it screams. And no woman wants to feel like she can be replaced by someone who once worshipped her. She wanted you trapped, chasing her, needing her approval. But now, silently, you rise. Now you truly shine. No captions needed. And that's what drives her insane. You want to know when she'll really feel it? Not when you cut off contact, not even when you distance yourself, but when she realizes she can no longer reach you emotionally. No matter what she posts, who she dates next, or how dramatic she acts, she'll see that you no longer care. That's when it hits her, because for the first time, she doesn't have control. You're no longer playing your role in her little emotional pink series. You've stepped off the stage, refusing to be part of her drama. The man she left, The man she couldn't reach becomes the one she can't replace. She expected you to chase, to send a second message, to watch her stories, to prove she still mattered. Most men would. But when you deny her that satisfaction, she begins to question everything. Was I ever enough? Did she ever love me? Did she find someone better? And every one of these questions cuts deeper than anything you could say. A woman's ego is fragile beyond her own admission. And when the man she left is the one she can't reach, that pain is hers alone to carry. Ironically, when she finally decides to reach out, it won't be because she missed you. It will be because she missed the version of herself that existed when she was loved, safe, and chosen by you. Hey, just checking in. Hope you're okay, she'll say. But these aren't acts of love. They're tests. She wants to know if you still have power, if you still live freely in your heart. The strongest response is no response. Not anger, not hate, just indifference. Because when you no longer react, you show her something terrifying. You've healed. Women don't feel lost like we do. Not immediately, because usually they emotionally leave months before physically departing. By the time the breakup happens, they're already out the door. But what they underestimate is the long-term effect. While men suffer initially, we also grow. We think. We quietly become stronger each day. Meanwhile, she remains stuck, trapped in comparison, in the illusion that someone else could provide what you gave her. But no one can replicate authenticity. No one can mimic a man who fully shows up. And that's what will bother her most. So don't worry about her. Don't follow her pages. Don't try to prove your worth. Let time speak. Let reality hit her where fantasy never could. Because the man who walks away with honor, self-respect, and silent strength becomes unforgettable. And the longer she stays away, the clearer your value becomes. Not because you begged, not because you fought for closure, but because you found peace on your own. And the stronger you stand, the worse she feels. She realizes she didn't lose a man. She lost a future. A man to support her through storms, challenge her to grow, stay loyal when life gets hard. And instead, she's left with half men, charming but incapable of leadership, sweet talkers, but she never sees them as you saw her. And every failed attempt she makes to find something real, she sees your worth even more. But by that time, you're light years ahead. You've built something beautiful. You're not angry, not bitter. You're simply untouchable. And that hurts her more than anything. Sooner or later, she'll face reality. She left a man who loved her for a fleeting feeling. And when the excitement faded, there was no foundation. Only regret, only silence, only echoes of what once was. And no matter how much she rewrites the story in her mind, reality always seeps through. The truth is, you had a good life together, and she threw it away. Not because you hurt her, but because she couldn't see beyond temporary feelings. And now her reality is a slow burn of awareness with no reset button. Here's what you hold on to. Her regret isn't your revenge. You don't heal to show her. You heal because you deserve peace. You rise for your purpose, not for revenge. The man you've become isn't looking for applause or validation. He does it because pain has sharpened him. Heartbreak has given him clarity. And now you move with a power she will never forget. Approval seeking, revenge chasing, powerless. None of that applies to you. And the more you grow in silence, the more remembering you becomes an unseen storm for her. She suffers not because you punished her, but because you completely let go, and she will carry it forever. Ironically, when you were together, she thought she could always come back. No matter how hard she pushed, tested, or distanced herself, she thought you'd wait, forgive, hope. But something changed. The breaking point wasn't external. It reached her soul. And when a man truly lets go, when he turns inward and rises from the ashes, there's no return. That's the part she never expected. She expected to be the one observing, longing, but you became the man she always hoped for. But she doesn't need you anymore. The heartbreak she never saw coming was being forgotten by the man who once worshipped the ground she walked on. While she seeks validation from strangers, you found it in your discipline, purpose, and peace. Every rep in the gym, every late night grind, every still moment of self-reflection, brick by brick, you rebuilt yourself. And in doing so, you became unrecognizable to her, not just physically, but emotionally. She can't reach you anymore, not because you're cold, but because your frequency has changed. You now live on a higher level, a level where manipulation, confusion, and emotional chaos cannot survive. And the sad truth for her, she doesn't belong in this version of your life. Not because she's bad, but because she didn't grow while you did. That void is permanent. One day, maybe months or years from now, she'll hear something about you, through a friend, online, or by chance, and it will hit her like a punch to the chest. The man she left isn't just okay. He's thriving, calm, focused, respected, loved, and emotionally unavailable to her. And she'll sit there, wondering how everything slipped through her fingers. It won't be loud, it won't be dramatic. It'll be quiet, soft, devastating, because while chasing moments, you became timeless. And even at the finale, it's not over. But you'll smile, not from pride, not revenge, but from freedom. You don't need closure, explanation, or revenge fantasies. Peace is now your reward. And when a man finds peace, there's nothing left to chase. Women come and go, but the foundation remains. And that foundation was built from pain, patience, awareness, and self-respect. You'll love again, yes, but differently. This time you won't lose yourself. You won't beg, overextend, or shrink. You'll give yourself only to a woman who recognizes your worth before anyone else. And even then, only if her mission aligns with yours, because love is no longer your purpose. This is the reward for those who act with purpose. So if you're still in the pit, heartbroken, angry, confused, let this truth sink in. Your ex will feel worse with time, not because you hurt her, but because time reveals character and yours has aged like fine wine. Hers in the light is revealed. Keep building, keep walking, keep being. One day, effortlessly, you'll look back and see that her leaving was the best thing that ever happened, because it forced you to stop playing small, to stop loving recklessly, and ultimately to love yourself as you should. And when she thinks of you, she won't remember arguments, breakups, or silence. She'll remember the man who never gave up, the man who rose, and that will echo in her heart forever.